Hello everyone and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide, where it is time for the final travel vlog, the final part of our journey. We're now leaving Hong Kong Disneyland, bound for Shanghai, China. Of course, we're not getting there on this train. We're making our way to the airport, aren't we, first?
I can't believe we're nearly at the end of the trip. It's gone so fast.
It has, it's been action-packed. We've seen so much, we've done so much.
It's been a great time. It's been brilliant.
Everything's all packed up one last time. We've done really well, though, with the backpacks, to be honest. It's like day 24 for us, this is. And to be honest, we've done so well, packed to precision. These bags, but no, honestly, I'm really pleased with how everything's gone. And this is it, the final leg of the trip. So we've just jumped on the Disney train here. I love the windows. Same one we got on a few days ago when we arrived at Hong Kong. This is taking us back to Sunny Bay Station. Then when we get up to Sunny Bay, we transfer in and get onto the other line, and then get in the Airport Express. And once again, nice and easy there, getting the train down here to Sunny Bay. About a 5-minute ride there from the Disneyland Resort. Now we're getting on that train back into Hong Kong, and then we'll get the Express all the way back up to the airport. The flight this afternoon is at like 3 o'clock, so it's been nice this morning. Now just have a bit of a chill out, a bit of a lay-in, and just have a bit of a relax before the travel day, and making our way to Shanghai. Even Sunny Bay Station set in a beautiful location here. All the mountains around. Now, as someone that loves transport, today is a really exciting one because we're going to actually be riding the Shanghai Maglev later on when we get to Shanghai, China. This is the fastest train in the world. Wow, it's exciting. So yeah, that's going to be coming up later on. Look at these views. Beautiful. Wow, look at that, all the palm trees out there. Straight on the train? No, and look at these awesome views from on here. Very nice. Yeah, it's only a short ride from what I remember the other day. And then we'll get off this line and head on to the Airport Express. Worth pointing out, you definitely want to be carrying cash with you, even when using the public transport in Hong Kong, because a lot of the time you can't pay card, which is quite surprising. Yeah, cash only for a lot of the transport here. So make sure that you bring plenty of cash when you're coming over here. Less than a 10-minute ride there, and we've arrived back at Tingzi station, and we're now making our way to the Airport Express. Nice and easy. So yeah, we've just got to buy a ticket over here now for the Airport Express. Is that separate tickets to the rest of the subway system that we went on? That's the station route. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Tingyi or just Tingyi? I tried to listen to the announcement, but couldn't quite make it out. And we've just made our way upstairs, and this is where we've purchased the Airport Express tickets from these machines. And like I say, they are cash only, so make sure you are bringing plenty of cash with you. Yeah, here's a bit of a look at the map of the journey. So we started down here at the Disneyland Resort, so then came back to Sunny Bay, so then come down to where we are now, so then get the Airport Express down here, because as we mentioned in the previous travel vlog when we were making our way to Hong Kong Disney, and there's no way of just coming direct down here to Disney. You'd think you'd be able to stop there at Sunny Bay, but you can't. You have to come down to come back. But yeah, it's not too bad. How much was it for them?
So that was $70, so it's about £7 each, that one is. Yeah,
so that's not too bad really for an Airport Express train. Let's make our way to the platform. It's a nice easy journey. You can see where we are now. Assisting you, and then we're going to be the first stop, which is the airport. You can carry on to the Asia World Expo site as well, but yeah, we don't want to be going there. That's not going to take us to Shanghai. Next train in 9 minutes. And there's a look at the tickets just there. Nice, aren't they then? The Airport Express and the MTR. Like I got the train, all the little flowers down there as well. Yeah, $70 per person, so about £7. And here we are then, just leaving the station. I do like how you have the LEDs up there as well. It's nice and clear to show you where you're going. It's been a really hot and humid few days, so I'm hoping it's going to be a little bit cooler for us in Shanghai for the final part of the trip. And we'll see when we get down to the airport.
All I want
easy journey there on the train, the Airport Express. In total from Hong Kong Disneyland to the airport takes about 45 minutes if you get the right connections just there. Like I say, it would be quicker in a taxi. Always like showing you the public transport options. It's good fun as well. You get some nice scenery, you get that Disney train, and I think £7 each really isn't too bad for the express train all the way through to the airport. Now we're going to be flying with China Eastern Airways. We've just gone and checked in actually. Nice and easy to check in. Obviously just showing the passports and also showing where we're heading to after Shanghai, because of course we're doing the 144-hour transit visa again this time. We did that 23 days ago when we arrived in Beijing. Obviously that was just for the Beijing area. We're going to be doing it now in Shanghai. So basically instead of going for a full Chinese visa, we're getting a transit visa that's issued on arrival. So to get that, when we check in for the flights, you just basically need to prove that you've got another flight booked. So obviously we're technically now flying to London Gatwick, even though we're stopping off in Shanghai for 3 days on the way, and you can stay for 144 hours without actually needing to have a full Chinese visa. So yeah, it's quite easy to work out once you've done it before, literally following the same process really as when we arrived in Beijing. But as always, do your own research, make sure that you get everything all lined up so you know what you need. You need to have your ticket to prove that you're going on to the next airport and where you're flying to, as you wouldn't be allowed a transit visa. Yeah, we're all checked in, just come through Hong Kong immigration as well. Scan the passport, the departure card, and we're ready to go. So we're just going to chill out now here in the departure lounge, and we've got the flight board in about 90 minutes. The fun thing is all the screens are broke, so they're having to manually write on the boards at the moment. So yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of people missing flights. We need to make sure we leave a bit of extra time to know which gate we're going to, because all the screens are broke. Oh, good old technology. Yeah, as you can see, you got all the flights just there, but there's no gates or anything appearing. Yeah, they've got a display system incident, as they're calling it, just there. And so you need to go into a customer services desk or go back to just where we came through security. That's where they've got like a whiteboard. It's like being back at school, like a whiteboard and all the flight times on there. Lots of restaurants and shops in here. Gordon Ramsay over here as well, plain food. Nice departure lounge this is, lots of seating. Lots of options, and then we've got the Hong Kong Disneyland shop over here. Yeah, there's one on the other side of security as well. Ignite the magic. And then tonight we're going to be at Shanghai Disneyland, and we're also staying on site there as well. Hong Kong Disney shop. Oh, Charlotte's straight in. Oh, this one's a bit bigger. Oh, look at this.
Wow.
Stitch up to no good. Yeah, that's Charlotte up to no good. Is that why Stitch is your favourite? Oh, it's massive in here. That's quite interesting. These aren't from Hong Kong. It's got the American waterfront on there from Tokyo. Oh, I like this song. To our family time. They love Duffy and Friends in Asia.
Oh, I love them. They're so sweet.
Last chance to buy any Disney merch here before we get to the next Disney. I can't believe it's going to be your final Disney.
I can't believe I'm so excited to get there.
Then you'll be able to say, have you been to them all? This is it. Like 11 Disney parks down, 1 to go for Charlotte. Oh, I love this.
How cool's that? Rex has got a donut round his neck, and Ham is actually a cheeseburger.
Or a hamburger.
Hamburger. No, he's got cheese on, so he's a cheeseburger.
Oh, he is a cheeseburger. Some nice shirts in here. New magic here. One with the train station on. I like that embroidered.
I wish that had been in black, because I do really like that.
Yeah.
White doesn't stay white for long,
No.
it gets dirty.
It's nice though, it's all embroidered. I like it when they have these little Disney shops in the airport. It's the last chance to pick up stuff. Zootopia, we got that coming up in Shanghai. There's some very nice decor in the shop as well. We love Hong Kong. And the skyline there.
These are so sweet.
Sunglasses.
Wow, I love my sunglasses.
Got a selection of the Loungefly bags just here.
This is a really nice one, the one behind there.
Oh yeah, I like that.
That's lovely.
It's got what, 3 different compartments on it, that
that's
one?
great, that one is. My issue is with Loungeflies, I love them, but they're very impractical because these are quite thick zips, so you struggle to get your hands inside.
I like Buzz Lightyear idea there.
That's a good
Space
one.
Ranger.
They got Woody behind as well.
Lion King, that's nice. That one's very sparkly. There they are waving at us. See you later. We'll see you tonight in Shanghai. Oh, nice little Hong Kong Disneyland store in the airport. Oh, and this is what happens when the digital boards are broke. Got to do it all manual here. Oh my God, look at it. School whiteboard. So we're just outside a shop called Sweet Dreams now. And they obviously had this delivery of a new costume character. Look at him. Okay, he's literally just being unwrapped there. Charlotte, I think you should just get that on.
That would be brilliant. Walk around the airport like
Literally, should we ask him if you can put it on? Now that's brand new, that is. Obviously ordered it on Amazon or something like, yeah, one new costume character please. And there it is. Like, fantastic. So just having a little stroll around the airport. And there's a look out at the scenery. All the hills over there. There's actually a cable car that goes up into them hills. You can see it just over there on the top. You might just be able to make out one of the supports for it if you look right in the middle there. Yeah, we're making our way to the gate shortly once we've worked it out from the boards. Oh, that's the thing, always leave extra time when you're travelling. That's something that you learn when you do a lot of travelling like we do.
we're actually trying to find somewhere to just buy a bottled drink and we just can't find anywhere.
Yeah, like there's a lot of like restaurants and shops,
Not
but
vendors or
no.
just to buy a drink.
yeah, just about like a bottle of water, a bottle of Coke or something. Yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, like not even just like something to just get like a chocolate bar or something.
There's nowhere.
No, there isn't. Like it's really, really strange. I know they actually have M&S over here in Hong Kong, but there's not even one of them in here.
Percy Pig's in there.
I don't know. You might be able to get Percy Pig. So yeah, we're flying with China Eastern. It's going to be 2 hours 40 here from Hong Kong International to Shanghai Pudong, and then when we arrive, obviously we're going to be doing the 144 visa on arrival. Making our way through that. We come in just after 6 o'clock, I think, tonight, and then we're going to be getting the public transport to Shanghai Disney Resort.
Why you keeping me waiting? Lose trust me, trust me. Lose trust me, trust me.
Oh, I tell you what, it's keeping us on our toes today. Obviously all the screens are still broken here and the staff are trying the best to update them, but gates keep changing, information keeps changing. There's going to be a lot of people missing flights today. Yeah, you've just got to listen for the announcements, and even the staff that are updating the boards manually are having to listen to them as well. So yeah, it's all a bit chaotic here in Hong Kong Airport, but still there's nothing that anyone can do about it. The system malfunction. Luckily we've just got plenty of time. We've just got to make sure now that we are at the correct gate, because all the boards are messed up even at the gates as well. Nightmare. But we think we've made it down to the gate that we're going to be flying out of. There's a China Eastern aircraft just there, passengers coming off from the previous flight. So hopefully we're in the right place just here, fingers crossed. And all sorted, we came to the right gate, it's not changed. We're getting on board the flight. Over to China now, ready for Shanghai. We'll see you when we get there. But we had our flight there on China Eastern, and then we made our way through immigration and also on public transport here to the Shanghai Disney Resort. Lots happened over the past couple of hours, so we're going to kind of break all that down for you now, and I did take some clips along the way.
So the flight was great. We was a little bit delayed by about an hour coming in, which was a shame, but the service wasn't there, was great.
It was, yeah. I mean, the flight luckily didn't take as long as we were expecting, but still, we did end up coming in about an hour later than planned, but still, the flight was perfectly fine. We weren't in a window seat, that's why I didn't get any shots out the window. But yeah, other than a little bit of light turbulence, it was all right, really, wasn't it?
Seats on there was very comfortable. Sometimes you can get like sticky seats, so you sit on it and you stick to them, but it was nice and comfy.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we enjoyed the flight there on China Eastern. I flew with them before, actually, when I came to Asia in 2017. Just kind of knew what to expect, and the flight was perfectly fine. Then we made our way then off the aircraft into Shanghai Pudong Airport, which is absolutely massive. And then, of course, it was was the China immigration. As I mentioned earlier in the vlog, we were doing the 144-hour transit visa because technically we are transiting through now to our final destination, which is going to be London Gatwick. So we did all of that, didn't we?
Yeah, so we had to fill out a form on the flight before we came in, and then we had to fill out an arrival card when we got there.
Yeah, so there was like 2 forms to fill out because of that. We also went to a machine to have our passport scanned and have our fingerprints done. Well, that wasn't working properly, so they just did that when we made it up to the desk. Now, obviously we did this when we went into Beijing a few weeks ago, because obviously you can do the transit visa in quite a few different places in China, but you have to stay within that area. So obviously we did the one there and it worked out really easy. This one, however, was a little bit more complicated, wasn't it?
It really was. So we went up to the desk and then there was issues with the flights going back, and then they actually took our passports away. We had to go and stand somewhere, and we was getting a bit stressed because we just didn't know what was happening. There was no communication.
Yeah, we thought this was just happening to us. What we didn't realise was that this was their process that they actually had in place. Now, in Beijing, we went up to a separate desk before because we were doing the 144-hour visa. Went up to that desk. That was all checked as in our flight leaving China in a few days, and also our accommodation. That was all done, and then we went through the normal immigration. This time, we all queued up at one set of immigration. It was done completely different, so we were panicking. We were thinking, oh no, what's going on? You know, we've been told to wait at the side, but actually, every single person that was doing the 144 visa had to do that same process, didn't they?
It seemed a little bit unorganised in there, to be honest, because they was just walking around with loads of passports. Our passports sort of went, and we was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Are we getting entered into China? Like, what is going on? But then luckily they gave us the passports back. But oh, it was so stressful.
Yeah, because basically you just got to prove that you are leaving. You've got a flight booked on the set date. It needs to have your name on. You need to have the hotel. Of course, it's a very strict border coming into China, and especially when you don't have the visa, you know, you're just getting the 144 visa on arrival, which you can do. It's perfectly fine. But yeah, it took a little bit longer than planned. I've got to admit, it was very stressful. It was probably the most stressed I've ever been entering a country, that was then.
We was at the desk like flapping like, because we just didn't know, because they took our passports away. We was like, oh my god, what is going on? And then we just saw like loads of other people, and we was all in the same situation. Yeah,
when you're in China and you get your passport took away and you were standing at the side, you're thinking, what is going on? But luckily, we did everything fine, and everybody else did too. They were just very unorganised at Shanghai airport with that, but still, it got sorted out in the end. And then we had the normal kind of just going through. We didn't need to pick our bags up or anything. Went straight through, and we were out into the airport, and we were like, phew, weren't we?
It was such a relief to finally get into the airport terminal.
And that's when I'd normally film this clip, and that's the reason why we just got to the hotel tonight, and I thought we'll film it all in one go because we just needed to have a bit of a breather. So instead of just doing the summary there, we thought let's just get moving.
It was also packed in there.
It was.
Like, I have never seen so many people in an arrivals hall. Like, literally, there was hundreds of people. Like, it was so busy.
We then had the exciting part though, because we thought we're not just going to get in a taxi down to Shanghai Disney. Even after all that, I thought, no, we're going for the public transport, and we went for the fastest train in the world, the Shanghai Maglev, and I've got to say, it was incredible. Like, I've got a little bit of footage here. Now, this train, it was ridiculous. It took us all the way from the airport into the centre of Shanghai in like less than 10 minutes. And it was quite cheap as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I think it worked out about £10 for the both of us, so that's not too bad at all.
Yeah, direct, no stops or anything like that. Literally, it like floats along this maglev. It's incredible. I did try to get some footage out the windows. Sadly, as it was dark, couldn't really see much because of the reflection, but it felt just so fast, like 300 kilometers an hour we were going along this maglev. It was amazing. I've always wanted to ride it, so it was good to do that. And all of a sudden, the stress just kind of was starting to like ease out then, you know.
It was really nice as we were sat on the train. You could just see the speed going up, and I was like, oh my god, this is going so fast. It reached like 301 kilometers, which is crazy.
Oh, amazing. I really enjoyed that. And then I had a nice photo as well with the train just there at the front afterwards, which was fantastic. And then we just transferred onto the subway. Again, as we mentioned when we were in China at the start of the trip, almost a month ago now, you need to have some cash on you or pay with Alipay, don't you?
Yeah, so what it did, I actually downloaded an app called Airalo before we came over over to here because there wasn't any Wi-Fi in the station, and that means that I could pay with Alipay, because Alipay doesn't work if you're offline. You do need to have an internet connection for that.
Yeah, so we did the same with the Shanghai Maglev there, and then we went to the subway and we used the same. So it's all through QR codes and things. You can't just use a standard bank card. You know, you just can't accept that. Yeah, if you're coming out here. But then we transfer onto the subway. Again, even that's different. The fact that, you know, when you change onto the subway line, you go through a full security. So it's like airport style security to go onto a subway. Completely different world here in China. But if you want to come here, that's what you've got to do. And I'm more than happy to do that. Yes, it was a bit stressful along the way. But you know what? We want to come and see these places. And I'll go through what I need to get here and follow the rules. At the end of the day, if you come in here, they're the rules. That's what you've got to do. And that's perfectly fine, isn't it?
It is. We was changing subway lines and we was like, yeah, bag through security, bag back on, get off the train, bag through security, but it makes it safe.
Luckily, the whole journey took about 45 minutes, including 2 connections that we made. So we came off the maglev, transferred onto one line that took 6 minutes, then transferred again onto another line, which took about 10 minutes. And then we arrived here at the Shanghai Disney Resort. We came straight out of the train station, lovely sign just there, and then we jumped on a bus straight here to the Toy Story Hotel, and that's where we've just checked in. And we will be filming the hotel and giving you a tour around, so stay tuned for that. But overall, it's definitely been the most stressful day of the trip today, hasn't it?
It's just been so stressful. When we was at that desk and our passports went, I was like, oh my God, this could be the end of the trip.
and go back as well to even before that, in the airport, with all the boards not working as well.
Oh my gosh, yeah, like changing gates and all that. Oh my God, it was so stressful.
Yeah, it has been a stressful day, and obviously we're avid travellers, you know, but we'll always tell you how it is. If you are coming to China, bear in mind, you know, you've got to be really organised. You've got to have everything sorted.
Everything printed out.
Even when you are organised like ourselves, it can still be stressful. Passports may get taken away. You know, there's a lot to it. So bear that in mind if you are coming here. We'll always tell you how it is on the channel. And don't come and travel here unless you are a experienced traveller. Yeah, you want to be quite experienced, do some travelling to other places first. South Korea, Japan, Hong Kong, fine. But when you come into China, it is very, very different to anywhere. Imagine like the US border, but like 10 times as strict. You know, there's so much to it, there really is. But anyway, we need to get some sleep. We're going to have a rest because we're here at Shanghai Disneyland. We made it. We're heading into the park tomorrow. We've got 2 days here. We're going to give you a tour of the hotel, and these will be the final vlogs from what has been an incredible trip, like a full trip, 26 days. Like what?
I know, it's been fantastic, but we're finally at my final ever Disney resort to get.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. So come and join us in the final few vlogs from Shanghai Disney Resort, and that leaves us with one final thing to say.
Get out there and keep on riding.
Goodbye.